Hey everybody, JJ Serrano here. I wanted to talk about a topic that is very dear to my heart, and it's about how I found God, how I knew that God existed, how I knew that Jesus was my savior. And we'll take it back 2018. I was in AA for a long time, a decent amount of time, about 6-7 years. And in the very beginning, I was getting sober, learning about sobriety, no weed, no alcohol. And I had a sponsor, and my first sponsor, he told me that we were going to a retreat. And I'm like, what is a retreat? What is this? And what's going on at this retreat? I never heard of this. So, I was still sobering up, detoxing from the marijuana, alcohol. And so I kept asking him, like, every now and then, I was like, what is this retreat about? I don't get it. Like, what are we going to do? And he's like, I can't say much about it, but it's just going to be great for you. And I was like, okay. So we finally get to the retreat. It's a 3-day weekend upstate. It's at I believe it's in Bear Mountain, around there. And so we went to the retreat, and it was at Graymore. And Graymore is I believe it's a Catholic I think it's, I forgot, I'm not sure if it's either Catholic. I think it's Catholic. Could be Catholic. I forgot what sect of religion it is, but they had nuns there, sisters that they served the food, and they tended to us while we were over there. And it was basically a bunch of men just getting together for a weekend and talking about their problems. They had prayer sessions. We would talk with like the priests, have a one-on-one session. And at the I had a great time. I had no idea what it was about, but I had a great time. But the most significant moment that happened at my first retreat was that we went to a mass where at St. Christopher's Inn. And at this is a place where a lot of recovering alcoholics and addicts, they're patients there, but they're also part of the service. So they're serving the Lord, in service, like singing songs, and they were in the choir. So we get to the mass, and I hear the words. I hear the song, "Lord, I Need You," which is a very beautiful song by Matt Maher. I've heard Matt Maher sing it, but it's a classic, Christian song. And I hear a group of men, about maybe 10-15 guys, and they were all singing, "Lord, I need you, oh, I need you, every time I need you." So they were singing that the whole time, and something just like, it clicked for me. Something clicked, and in my heart, I felt the presence of God. And I felt that it was the most beautiful sound I ever heard. These guys were crying out to God for help, and they were asking God to help them. And I'm sitting with them. I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at my sponsor. I'm looking at the guys singing, and I'm seeing everything. I'm taking in the moment. And it was the first time in my life that I didn't feel alone. And it was the first time I realized that God was there with me. He was with me, and he spoke to those guys singing. And it was the first time I didn't feel alone, and I knew that God was inside my heart, and that God was with me the entire time. And eventually, over time, I came to realize that my God was Jesus. And I'll never forget that, and I always remember that in my heart. And it's a reference that I have when I'm going through a dark time or going through a hard time. I always remember that moment when I realized that I wasn't alone, because most of my life I felt alone. But here was a group of guys down out of luck, going through hard times, and they're praising the Lord. And it became crystal clear to me that God was with me, and it was with all of us in that room. So I just wanted to let you guys know that God is with you and God is there with us. You know, he got me through all those hard times in my life where I thought that I was autonomous and I thought it was only me. And in the past I had thought, I had believed in the universal power, but I had no idea that it was Jesus. I didn't know. You know, I went to mass as a kid, and I believed in God, but I didn't think that God could help me with my problems. I didn't think that God could speak to me. I didn't think I could have a personal relationship with God. And, you know, so whenever I'm down and out, I think about that day. I think about that fateful day when I finally realized that God was with me. And I'll always be grateful to my first sponsor for showing me the way. And I'm grateful that God put me in that moment so I could see that he was with me the entire time. So if you're going through a tough time in your walk with God, with Christ, I want you to know that it's okay. We all go through hard times. But the main important thing is we gotta pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep walking with Christ, because he's with us, you know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and God bless you all, and don't forget, you are loved.